Shalom. Before we begin this video, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule very well to this very day, that is feeding the flock through the Spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And also Shalom to the hopeful elect that is our labor in this work, just giving you due diligence to make your calling and election sure, in faith, in truth and sincerity, and also in all charity. Now, there's going to be a response to the elders of the New York camp, in which they put up a video on the channel GMS on air titled "Things Are Not What They Seem," in which is going into these protests, or these BLM protests, or Black Lives Matter protests, in which you have cases of where there's looting going on. Okay, there's looting, there's rioting. You know, people breaking down breaking into stores. You know, taking whatever. You know, and in this video, this clip that which they took, which shows that primarily the ones who are doing this, or the ones who are really doing this behind the scenes, you know, which they really don't show this in the mainstream media, is that the ones who are really looting and breaking into these certain places are Edomites. Okay, which Edom, or the Edomites, are the what you would call the so-called white man. All right, the so-called white man's nationality is the nationality of Edom. All right, his lineage goes back to Esau. Okay, so you have Edomites that are actually are the ones who are looting and doing things to provoke the authorities to react. Okay, and all this is a part of the plan of the higher ups of Esau. All right, the bankers, because what they want is to enact martial law. All right, but in order to enact martial law, you would have to have a case, or you have to have an excuse for doing that, and this is the excuse. Okay, when you have things like this happen, you know, they have no choice but to take action. Okay, and the action that they're going to take is a national emergency. All right, because you already got cities that are already putting themselves under an emergency. All right, but what it is heading towards a national emergency, to where it's going to get to a point to where these cities are going to be locked down. All right, and there's already troops on the ground in these different cities. Okay, so everything is ready, man. Everything is ready for the elites to kick off the martial law, to kick off martial law in its full force. Okay, and what they're using to do this, all right, which you see in this clip here, you know, you can go watch it. You know, I got the video here on that's showing on the screen. But what you have here, which primarily you see Edomites, they are known as agent provocateurs. Okay, an agent provocateur is set up to provoke a certain action. Okay, now if you actually get the word agent provocateur, which I got it queued up here. So an agent provocateur, this is just a regular, you know, a simple search for agent provocateur, and it is a person who induces others to break the law so that they can be convicted. Right. So you have these Edomites that are shown on the clip here, that are inducing others to break the law, which is what? Looting, illegally breaking into different stores, basically taking things, stealing out of the stores, right, and looting and causing chaos. they're inducing others to break the law. All right. So that what? So that they can be convicted. And who are they trying to convict? All right. They're trying to convict you so-called Negroes. All right. They're building up a case to gather or to lock up you so-called Negroes. All right. Basically, to throw you into concentration camps. All right. That's really the main purpose of inducing an action or inducing a conviction. All right. Which is nothing new. All right. Slack you. Yeah, that's nothing new, man. Because guess what? You had an occurrence that happened before time in history during the Roman Empire. All right. You had Nero that was in charge, or he was responsible for burning down the city, or one of the cities of Rome. All right. And guess who he blamed it on? He blamed it on the Jews. He blamed it on Jake, on Israel. All right. Which enacted, or it activated the occurrence of Jake being under subjection, or to be put into a tighter captivity. All right. And which ultimately led up to 70 AD, which was the Roman onslaught against Israel. All right. Which was an Israelite expulsion out of the land of Judea, out of the land, out of that region that Rome had occupied. All right. But guess what? In this case, things like this, once again, Israel's going to be blamed for. All right. And they're not going to drive us out of America. No, because this is the place of our captivity. You know, they have kept us here for slavery. All right, and they still keep us here for that very same reason. So there's no point of them, doing that and taking us out of America. No, what they're going to do is throw our people in concentration camps and to make sure that they are processed into the system. And what is going to happen is, at the same time or afterwards, you're going to have the microchip that's going to be mandated. All right, you already have the coronavirus that is still rampant here in America. All right, or the fear of the coronavirus. So guess what? And this recent occurrence, the looting and the rioting that's going on, is only gonna spark more of a excuse to bring these things forward. All right, but reading on in the definition, right? It says an agent provocateur is a person who commits or who acts to entice another person to commit an illegal or rash act, or falsely implicate them in partaking in an illegal act. Right, because when they do this, guess what? Just because it's under the label of Black Lives Matter, right? Israel is going to be put under the spotlight. All right, and Esau, he's not going to be found guilty of that. All right. I read on, it says, so as to ruin the reputation or entice legal action against a target or a group they belong to. See? And that group is what? Black Lives Matter. Okay? So you have certain agents that are set up for that purpose. All right, and like I showed you in this clip, or this preview, this video here, right? It shows you that. All right, and once again, you can go and watch it. Okay, it's a beautiful video. But I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the precepts I have here. This is book of Psalms, chapter 64, and I'm gonna start at verse. Start at verse 2. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. And who's that? Who's the secret counsel of the wicked? That's your bankers. your Edomite bankers. Okay, that is the secret counsel of the wicked, because those are the ones that are not seen in the news, are not seen in the light at all. All right, which really they're the ones that are working behind the scenes and making certain things happen. Case in point, what you're seeing right now with the riots that are going on. Okay, it says who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Right. And in this case, all right, which they're really who they're aiming for are the prophets of the Lord, the prophets of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. You know, they can care less about your average everyday so-called Negro that doesn't know any better. All right. That's why they label the Hebrew Israelites on the I believe it was on the blacklist. All right, because you have a certain list that categorize people, in which you have ones that know about what's going on and are actively against it. You got ones that don't know what's going on, but they've heard of this. You know, they heard of it before, but they don't care. You know, they don't really care about what happens, right? Or they don't care to be involved in it. All right. You have a black list, a red list, a blue list. I think there's another list as well, but that's basically what they categorize the people in. And the Hebrew Israelites are at the top of the list, all right, because we're the biggest threat to their new world order that they've been trying to set up. Okay. So that's why they're trying to shoot in secret at the perfect. All right, which again, the perfect are the prophets of the Lord. All right, the elect of the nation of Israel. Okay. Verse 4, it says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him, and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. See? So they accomplish a diligent search, and they have accomplished a diligent search. They know exactly how to press Jacob's buttons. All right? They know how to push you Israelites' buttons, man. And this is what they're using. All right? Tensions like these. Because this is what presses Jake's buttons. Okay? Among other things. So I'm going to move on from there. I'm going to get the book of Jeremiah chapter 49. This is at verse 10. It says, but I have made Esau bare. Right, so it says, but I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled in his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. See? So the Lord now has made Esau bare, and he uncovered his secret places. Okay? And what are his secret places? The secret places are the councils of the wicked, which are as a conglomerate of high-level Edomites that have gathered together to bring down the cause of Israel. Okay? And to make sure that their kingdom is forwarded and their agenda is met. Okay? And it says he shall not be able to hide himself. See, he's not able to hide himself because videos like these are being brought out in the light and they're being exposed. Okay? It says his seed is spoiled in his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. See? Now we'll move on from there. I'm going to get the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 16. And this is at verse 70, all right? And this is a part of prophecy, man. Okay, this has got to happen. So cases like these, this is what's going to kick off martial law, all right? It has to happen. You know, we have to enter into the time of martial law in order for the words of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai to come to pass. All right? And that the major prophecies are also fulfilled, which including that is the prophecy of the mark of the beast. All right, which is a major prophecy that we're waiting on. Okay. This at verse 7. It says, "For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection against those that fear the Lord." All right, and that word insurrection means a rising up, a revolt. Okay, which is a rising up against who? The Israelites. Because those are the ones that fear the Lord. All right. Because really, this is going to the whole nation of Israel. But again, like I said before, really this is the efforts, or this is in the efforts to bring down the elect, or even one of the elect. All right. Because they believe that they can just reach one member of the elect, then the prophecy is going to be not going to come to pass. Okay, verse 71, it said, "They shall be like madmen, sparing none." That's these Edomites. That's why Esau is known as the Lord's sword. Okay, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord, for they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known, who are my chosen, right? The elect of the nation of Israel, the 144,000. And they shall be tried as gold in the fire. So again, that time has got to come to pass, so that the elect can be tried as gold in the fire, so we can be purified. Okay? And we're almost there. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and close it out on that note. Lord's will is edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. Till next time, once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone that rule well to this day. Shalom. Peace and safety and salutations to the whole elect. There's also labor in this work, there's spreading this ministry and this gospel to the other members of the whole elect in faith and truth and sincerity and all charity. And with that, we'll say shalom.